in today's episode of Tech Tips, it's more of a sort of a helpful tip more than a tech tip, obviously, in a gearbox, which is normally what I do. But this is just a little something that I feel could help all airsofters generally going forward. So everyone's used to carrying bottles or bags of BBs on the game day with them. Whether they have them in the back of the car or when they're coming from the safe zone, they can top the mags up, or they take them into the game zone with them and they top up from there. And you always end up spilling BBs absolutely everywhere. So one thing I sort of decided to do on a whim a few years back was buy myself a 50 cal box sort of ammo tin. Now it's incredibly simple, they're incredibly cheap, and they come in a couple of different gradients. Now you can get super grade, what I've seen online, which is essentially brand new out the box, and they're normally about sub 20 quid. Now what I highly advise people do is, because it saves a lot of mess, it keeps your BBs tidy, and it keeps the back of your car tidy and BB free for the most part. So let's just go over the design of a 50 cal box mag tin if it's not already painfully obvious. You've got a little carry handle on the top, really nice and convenient to carry it around with all your BBs in. It's not going to spill. You've got a nice big catch on the side here, so if you undo that, the lid's going to come open. You've also got a carry handle there if you need it. So let's just go over how to open them for those who aren't aware. I'm just going to lift this catch up here, lifts up, and the lid pivots open. Nice and simple. There's a bit of an old sticker on mine that's catching a few BBs because I need to clean it, but you get the idea. Now in my 50 cal box tin as such, I keep warhead BBs. These are 0.25 gram, and I can fit the thick end of three full bags of 2 kilo bags of 0.25 gram BBs in there. So there's plenty of space. So you don't need to worry about taking extra bags with you. You could in theory just top this up before your game day or your weekend or wherever you're doing, and you've got all the BBs you need for the weekend. Now how I tend to set it up is I carry my speed loader or an Odin if you've got one, and just leave it in the box mag with them. Now the reason is it doesn't get lost in the rest of your kit. You know where it is. When you come in from the game zone, you can just quickly top up your speed loader. You're not messing, you're not dropping BBs everywhere in the back of your car or in your box, or you know, wherever you want to be topping your mags up. And you can top your mags up happily, relatively mess free. And the same goes for a high cap. If I was to get a high cap mag and just hold it over there and open the tab, I can just readily pour BBs straight into the top. Nice and simple, keeps them all in one place. Now one thing I suggest you do if you do want to go down this route is just get yourself a pack of the silica gels, the kind of things you find in a shoe box when you buy new shoes, that sort of thing. Really cheap, you can get a load of them off Amazon or eBay, or just generally online, really cheap, and just change them once every 2 weeks or once a month. Just chuck a couple of packets in there. It'll make sure your BBs stay nice and clean and dry, importantly. So that's really it. You know, it's a nice simple bit of kit. You can keep all your BBs tidy and you're not going to spill them. You can top your mags up and keep the back of your car clean. And if you've not already noticed, I label up mine with 0.25 gram because it's full of 0.25s. And I've got a box mag of this style for every kind of weight that I carry, which is normally a 2.5 and a 2.8 and occasionally a 3.2. So, you know, if you guys all tend to run the same ammo, say you've got a couple of mates with you and you all run 2.8s, you could all just chuck a few bags in one of these and top up out the back of this. It'll keep your BBs dry if you're playing outside and you want to just leave these in the safe zone with a closed lid, because it does have a rubber gasket. And it's, you know, for the sake of 20 quid, it's a really handy bit of kit. It stops, you know, broken bags or bottles and loads of crap knocking around in the back of your car, and it just makes your life a bit easier. So that's it for today. Next episode will be a bit of a tech tips and a gearbox, hopefully. So cheers, chaps. To the untrained eye, this looks like a completely normal Amazon package. To me, it's a whole 2 kilogram bag of 2.5 warheads that fell out of the bag and into the boot of my car, which is full of dirt.
Good day, friends.